Hey everybody, welcome back to microbeerreviews.com. We have one of the most, let me rephrase that, not one of the most, the fastest growing brewery in the United States right now. This is from Lagunitas. You can look anywhere on the internet and you can see that these guys are growing faster than even Budweiser, Miller, Coors, #1 in the growth industry in 2013. It's 2014 right now. This is their new beer. It's called Daytime Ale. This is designed with what I call the session beer. It's got a low ABV of 4.65%, and they have a, as always with Lagunitas, they have this very cool tagline. It says, "Sometimes you want a beer and then you realize how much crap you have to do before you can call it a day." Well, this is it. It's nicely dosed with big round hop flavors, toasty malt foundation to satisfy your every need. But it still lets you stay in the game for what you need to do and get done for that day. Yep. So, this beer is, I've had this before. It comes in a 6-pack. It's $11 a 6-pack. Cool as always. The dog on the cap there, green label on this one. This beer is got what I call the classic flavor of a session beer with nice hops to it, but crisp, clean, and low ABVs, but doesn't have that macro beer flavor to it. So let's see what else I can tell you. It's dosed with the latest cutting-edge experimental, yet-to-be-named IPA varieties. Let's see, what else can I tell you? By the morning, this weighty IPA has passed and produced its vapor, its heat, and its cinders. It's receptive to the slightest wistful breeze. There's a freedom behind its burning down the house of fixed realities and lightness of its being. Let's invent this. Go ahead. So, as you can see, it's a very low carbonation, nice white, very thin, frothy white head. A little bit cloudy. It's not crystal clear, but that's why you buy this beer. The aroma is phenomenal. The hops in there are absolutely just perfect. And as always with Lagunitas, the taste is crisp. It's easy to drink. It's got a beautiful front and background to it. I mean, this is this is good. This is one of those beers that I always tell people, I'll say, you got IBUs of 54, but only ABVs of 4.6. That is extremely hard to produce, especially on a level of this magnitude of the volume they're trying to produce. It just has, a uniqueness to it, and this is one of those beers where people say you're gonna spend $11 for a 6-pack. Are you kidding me? Yes, you absolutely are, and you're gonna do it more than once, and I'll tell you why. This beer has a characteristic to it that's so different than a lot of other beers. It's a session beer, so it's very low ABVs. 4.6 is extremely low. 4, an IBU of in the 50s. And why? What does that mean? What's the difference? It has something that has that background kick flavor to it that you say, oh, I realize now what the difference is with some of these beers. And I can tell you, this is one of those beers where you will literally sip this beer on a hot day on the beach, at the lake, backyard cookout, and you'll go, God, that was good. I'll have another one. And because it's only 4.6, you can. And because it's only 4.6 and only $11 a 6-pack, which sounds like a lot to most people who go, that was well worth the money. So I'm beyond my soapbox. Microbeerreviews.com. This This is a phenomenal beer for the money. We rate beers between 1 and 5. I give this at least a 4.5, if not a 5. This is a great, phenomenal representation of a session beer, especially for an IPA. IBUs in the 50s. Lagunitas nails this stuff. The only thing I'm gonna say to this on the end of the video, a little bit more clear, everybody would buy it. A little less clear is exactly why I will buy it again, because this beer is so good when you do this. Cheers.